Alright, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, just now I've covered on stock dividend. So I'm using the same question. If you realize in my first video, the question is number one, correct? Okay, and the second videos is on stock split. I'm using the same question, the same partial of balance sheets. Okay, so now instead of declaring stock dividend, company decide to have stock split. Means that to increase the number of shares but reduce the market price. How? By using stock split. Stock split is a way to create more stocks. All right, it is to create more stocks and can reduce the par value. So normally stock split used to reduce the market price of the share to enhance trading activity. However, stock split does not affect the firm capital structure. Or okay, means that the total equity in RM maintain the same. Okay, so this is your questions. Okay, the company declare for one stock split. So the sample um, of old balance sheet. So never mind, I'll introduce you the formula first. Find only three steps. It's more easier compared to the stock dividend. Simple calculations. So first step, you need to calculate a new par value, divide by the ratio. So first you need to know the ratio first. Okay, then you can calculate. Alright. New number of unit shares. Number of unit shares, right? New of shares in unit. So use a formula. Why? Because when you split the stock, when you split the stock, so you will increase the number of shares in units, okay, and construct a new balance sheet, and your par value will reduce. Okay, now using the same questions, but now instead of declaring stock dividend, as I mentioned in video 1, now in the video 2, the company decide to have stock split for 5 and show the effect on the balance sheet. Okay, how? Okay, so first you need to extract the information. Par value is RM2, right, class? And your ratio split. So when mentioned to you split 1, 4, 5. So means that your A is 5, your B is 1. The big number is A and the small number is B. It's not necessarily if like 3, 4, 5 means 3 is A, 5 is B. Okay, so next find new par value. Using this formula, step 1, old par value. So what is your old par value? You see, at RM2, divide by your ratio. As I mentioned just now, better you extract the information. So divide by 5, then you get your 40 cents. 2 divide 5, you get 0.40. You realize old par value, your old par value is RM2, now is 0.4 to reduce the par value. Now how many unit share that you receive when you split the stock, class? So using the formula, whole number of shares in unit times 5. Class, from where I get this 15 million? Remember I've teach you before to find number of number of shares outstanding, alright, in units. In my previous videos, the formula is what? Correct. Common stock RM divide by par value. So what is your common stock in RM? 30 million. The same step as in my first video to find the number of all shares. Common stock in RM 30 million. Okay. Norzan, don't forget to put comma here. Alright. 30 million divided by par value. So you will get 15 million of unit of shares. So these unit of shares you must put in this formula. So my suggestion, better you extract all the information first, then you calculate. You see, it's like quite disturbing. You have to stop for a while and you have to calculate. Better you calculate first, then you start to calculate step 1, step 2, and step 3. So time with A and B, this is your 5. So if you realize your old share is 15 million, and then one share you split to be 5 shares. So how many shares that you will earn? You will earn 75 millions of shares. Before this, one shares for 5. 1 for 5. Alright? When 1 for 5 means that you have 15 million unit of shares, the old one. How much your new one after the split is 50 million? 1 is 5. So if 50 million you time with 5, so your new one is 75 million unit of shares. So now we try to construct the new balance sheet, the effect of the stock split. You will realize all will maintain the same amount. Sorry, okay, this will maintain the same amount as in the question. You see, 30, 20, 50. 30, 20, 50 unchanged for stock split, but the par value reduced. If you want to test, yes, you can test by using 0.4 par time with how many unit of shares that you have now? 75 million. Can you help me to calculate, class? Alright, so this is maintained, it will not change. Alright, so we use calculator. So 0.4 times 75,000 million, sorry. Do you see? You get the same amount as stated in the old balance sheet, although you are using this new figure. This is RM2 with 15 million unit of shares, you get 30 million RM, but with RM 0.4, your par value and your shares is 75 million, your balance sheet still show the same amount, and your premium and return earning will not affect it. Remember, as I told you in this question, however, stock split does not have any effect on the firm capital structure and your balance sheet as well. So make sure you maintain and change the amount. Alright? So that's all on stock split. Okay? And my experience, most of the students do careless on this. Remember, this is the most based on my experience in marking. Students always do mistake in ratio. So A divided by B. A is a big number, B is small number. Remember. Okay, 1 for 5. So 1 old for 5 new. So A is for new, B is for the old one. So please remember, class, extract information, old par value, ratio split A divided by B, and your number of shares standing unit. This is for old. And then you can start to calculate. And this is compulsory to put in your exam. And you want to construct a new balance sheet, you need to show me this one in this new balance sheet to get marks, your working marks. Alright, so any question you can ask in class. So that's all for today for stock split. I will continue to my next video, stock right. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.